Good evening, everybody! It's another Fangame Sampler live stream, Mega Man Fangame Sampler live stream, hosted by yours truly, Nathaniel Hoover, aka Flashman85, aka Gemini Laser, and you've been listening to two selections from ocremix.org. We had Mega Man Elecman YPOI by YPOI, and we had Mega Man X4, The Father of All by Darkesword. So I've got 4 games lined up for tonight, and thunderstorm outside, so we might cut that short. I don't know if you heard that. So I'm going to just pop in the first one, and because my Mega Man fan game list has grown exponentially over the course of the last day, I'm going to need to put you on this lovely hold screen so that I don't have 3 columns of Mega Man fan games popping up from my start menu and covering up the chat completely. If I can remember what I'm playing, though... Mega Man Battle is the first one. Mega Man Battle. Zoop, zoop. Here we go. And let's try arcade mode. Oh, you know what else we should do? We should make sure that Joy to Key is set... Oh, good, it is. I had the foresight to do that. Set to the right configuration. So, Mega Man Battle, just a fighting game. And which character do you want to play as? So we got Mega Man, we got Bass, we got Cutman, we got Duo, we got Roll, we got Bomb Man, and we got Holy Cow. We got who knows. So pick it as somebody, pretty please. Yeah, I'm trying to shorten my pre-stream music because I'm going to run out of music eventually. I think I have more fan games than I have Mega Man remixes on my list at this point. It's crazy how many there are. Bomb Man, I see a Bomb Man. We'll try a Bomb Man. Okay. Bomb beats scissors, right? That's how rock, paper, scissors... It would be nice if I could fire and jump at the same time. I need to be standing still on the ground in order to fire. Not digging this so much. And he takes so long when he pauses to do that thing. Well, that was nice. Oh, I see, okay. So we're just laying mines? Is that what's going on? I guess we're only laying so many mines. Yeah. So, I'm not great at fighting games to begin with, though this is basically, you know, a Mega Man boss battle, but the problem being, I have to use the mouse. How is that? I have to use the mouse. Let's pick a different character. We'll try this again. Cutman. Cutman versus Cutman. Okay. I think... I don't know what I think anymore. Oh! Look at this, a new move. That might actually give me some sort of advantage. So hit detection is not fantastic. I keep not getting hit by things, which I guess is okay. Maybe that is fantastic. But not being able to move and attack at the same time is a huge deficiency in a game like this. Now, I will point out that, at least at the time of this recording, there are 2 more Mega Man, or 3 more, I think, Mega Man Battle games. There's 2 and 3, and then there's, like, the final battle. Well, that's good. And... Hi there. And I've dabbled a little bit in them. Okay. Trying to remember what the button combos and such were. I think it was just this, basically. Ow. And what? Yeah, I was saying something. Oh, and so I dabbled in the other games, and it looks like the later ones get a little more polished, as tends to happen with fan games. Not positive, but I think I might have... What was that? Oh, I have a special move that I somehow can't pull off for some reason. That's okay, that works. Yeah, we do have thunderstorms up here on the moon sometimes. I know this is totally boring to just Just do this. But honestly, if it works... Whoa! Whoa! What is that? What is that all about? That is what it's not working. I want to see him bounce around like he does in Mega Man 8. Boring. I'm almost inclined to let myself get beaten up just to switch characters and try somebody different. Or maybe I could do this and it'll work. Did he punt? He just punted me. Don't do that. So, I see the secret is don't try. Okay. Let's try somebody else. Mouse again. Click. Alright, so we know Mega Man. Bass. Kinda know. Duo was boring. Maybe roll. No! This is not good at all. Stop. Okay, so we have the classic girls are more agile than guys trope going on here. So she can jump out of the way, but can't actually get in a shot. Ah! No, this... No, I can't move. I can't maneuver. And if you have to play a game like this, of run to the other side of the screen, get one shot in, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it, man! Okay, we'll try out Duo. I swear I did... Okay. You know, I think I'm just about ready to quit this one. If he were super powerful, like, he's doing okay damage, but maybe it's better than I thought. Arrgh. And I would like multiple modes. That would be nice to have. There we go. Punch. It would be nice to have to not need to fight the same person every time for your adventure mode or whatever this is. I'm not even going to bother. Okay, so that's been Mega Man Battle. We've seen a little bit of that. And on to the next one, because this is just a sampler. We're going to keep it moving. So I'm interested in seeing how the other ones develop, but that one leaves me with some things that I would like to do with it. The next fan game, I have completely forgotten, is... Oh, are we jumping to this one already? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this one up in the order. And I'm going to fire up Mega Man X Nightshade, which is one that was recently recommended to me. And we don't have as many Mega Man X fan games on here. Mega Man X Nightshade. Here we go. Loading! So, as I've actually, I'll start this in a minute. This line of conversation, if I can remember it, about when you're making fan games, just the little outside polish before you even get to the game itself. Okay, yikes. Axel, we've got a major problem. The volume is way too loud. Oh. Okay, hopefully that's better. If it's still too loud, let me know. Holy cats. Mega Man Endless was released 15 minutes ago! Ah! Alright, well, you're stuck with me on this stream until I'm done. I'll try and keep it short. What could it be this time? So this is Mega Man X Nightshade. Please look at the monitor. As you can see, there are Mavericks all over downtown Able City. It's totally fine if you want to bail on me and play Mega Man Endless instead. There also appears to be a massive Mechanoid causing major destruction. We need you three to go there and find out why they're there while taking them. Ooh. Isn't there anything? I don't even know. You're so tiny. How do you have voices if you're that tiny? Sorry. No, I'm just not even going to try voices because this is just going to be atrocious. Kind of like the loudness of the music. Sorry, this just looks like a random attack. We haven't yet determined if there is any objective for this. We're trying to get this resolved as soon as possible. Then we better get going. Come on! Okay, Mega Man X Nightshade. Stop game. The game is still ridiculously loud. Hopefully that helps. It's down to 24%. Let's try this. Hello, Shade Leet. I am totally playing as Axel. I don't care what you want. I'm an Axel apologist. He was not handled very well for his introduction, but over the course of X8 and Command Mission, he proved himself to be a very useful, valuable character. Actually kind of fun to play as. That is not a good first thing. You should be able to stand still and not get hurt on your very first level of the game, just to get a feel for where are actually the controls. That's cool. He's got his hover ability. That's nice. I didn't think Axel really had a place in the Mega Man franchise to begin with. He just felt all wrong. Like, ow. Guns? Like actual bullet guns and not energy pulses? But he's got some neat abilities. There's some potential here. And in a 2D platformer, I think he's much better equipped because, I mean, look at this. This is the kind of thing that you want out of a 2D platformer. Ow. Bah. That might have been a Smash Brothers ready. It was definitely dramatic, I'll give you that. I kind of like the clanging noises. A little different from the usual, oh, and I forget I have a dash ability. I have a get hurt miserably ability. Ugh. There we go, that's what I was going for. Too much health and not a... Oh, hi. My screen is very small, so I'm not seeing everything all that well. I can't shoot straight up. Okay. Kerflam! Bum, bum, bum. So, not on the way gameplay going on here. Like, these are okay individual challenges, but put together, there's a little bit of... No, maybe there's not that much filler. There's just a whole lot of doing the same kind of thing. There's not really platforming, it's just hitting the same kinds of enemies over and over again in the same patterns that you saw them before. Ow. That's a little different. And I wonder if the enemy health situation would be better. Oh. If I were playing as X or Zero, they did more damage. It's nice to see a 2D Mega Man X. You definitely can do Mega Man X with these sprites. There we go. This is good music. I like this. What? Oh, really? I guess that's my fault because I should have carefully slid down the wall, but... Sort of a... Wow. Very touchy spikes. But you know what? This works as a... Okay, can't dash jump, just die. Oh, really? Okay. We'll do this again.
Ready?
yeah, that is Smash Brothers, I think. We'll do this better. We'll do this better this time, says the guy as he continually gets hit by stuff. Actually, maybe I should swap out for... I don't think I can do that midstream. If I die again, I'll switch to one of the other characters and see how they handle. Yeah, so there's a whole lot of don't be in the way when they shoot going on here. I think that's what's getting me, that there's not a lot of interesting dodging, it's just stand here and fire and then release, and then stand here and fire and then release. Assuming you need to release it all. Hey, health! Everybody likes a health. Burner. Whoa! Oh, now it's pouring out. So much wet. See, I'm getting better. I can learn. I can still get hurt. You don't want to make it look like I'm getting too good at the game. Yeah, this is acceptable. This is fine. It fills the need for a platformer. And again, it's nice that it's Mega Man X-y. I'm not ignoring you, chat. I'm just shooting into a wall, silly like. What? Ow. Yeah, I cannot see those bullets against this background. So if I suddenly disappear, it's probably because I lost power in this thunderstorm, and that would be very sad. Just when I think we finally got our internet problems locked down, it would be a shame to have to cut the stream for another completely unrelated reason. Yeah, Major Storm just coming out of nowhere. Quick poll, Mega Man 9 or Mega Man 10? I almost did that again. Shame on me. Mega Man 9 all the way. But, you don't need much prompting for me to complain about Mega Man 10, so I'll keep it to myself. Oh, that's a smart tactic. Didn't even think about that one. Ow. I realized that this is not the proper tactic, but now I'm just kind of... I knew there was health there, so I just figured I didn't have to try so hard. Did I just not damage him at all? Whee! Okay. This must be the Mechanoid Muhammad Ali told us about. Then we better take this thing down before it can do any more damage. All hail Nightshade! All life forms shall serve us. I don't plan to serve anyone anytime soon. Let's destroy this thing. Warning! What am I shooting at? I'm still not positive what I'm shooting at. Oh, that's interesting. A little bit of a tracker tracer. Okay, it's just taking a lot of hits. And I like that I can be on the far end of the screen and still damage it. I'm wondering if Axel is really the best choice for this, because this is taking too long. I imagine being able to charge would probably be a boon. You just keep doing that. I have to say, I was never all that keen on the Mega Man Zero soundtracks, but the ZX, and to a lesser extent ZX Advent, really enjoyed. Just got all of the depth that I like to hear in a soundtrack, all the complexity. And I think at this point, I've kind of proven that I know what I'm doing here, so I would love to be rewarded by not having to continue doing this. Like there. That would be lovely. Yeah, this is not a terrible boss. That was okay. Just went on a little bit long. I am working on a fan game where you play exclusively. No, it wasn't. I am working on a fan game where you play exclusively as Proto Man. I'm not talking about it too much until I'm positive I can get the technical stuff working well enough for it to actually get released someday. Did you find anything out about Nightshade? I added an out. And I'm drinking on duty. Sorry. Not yet, but I'll keep looking. But I think you guys have other things to deal with. What are you talking about? There are Mavericks causing chaos all over the world. We think they might have connection to Nightshade. Your job is to apprehend the Mavericks and see what they know about Nightshade. Let me guess, there are 8 of them, right? Of course, it's a Mega Man game. You better get going and be careful. Oh, so that's why it was all blank. Okay, so where do we want to go, chat? Volcano Labs, Space Station, Crystal Caverns, Prison Tower, Cyber Labyrinth, Desert Valley, Submarine Base, Midnight Forest. These almost sound like crayon colors or something. And Save Game. Game saved, says the separate window. You're welcome, Green Comet. So where are we going? Crowbar Man? Wait, what are we talking about now? Oh, is that Mega Man 10? Crowbar Man? Yeah, maybe. Desert Valley. I saw Desert Valley first. And in the interest of keeping this moving along, unless I'm really making progress or, you know, blow it very early on, I'll probably just... Let's even get louder. I think I'll probably give one shot to each of these stages. So this is that's an interesting attack pattern where they just kind of drop. Ow. An interesting context for the miners, but I like it. Eh. That was a good jump. Freaks you out a little bit, but woohoo! Woohoo! But is quite doable, gives you a lot of room for error. Those are sort of my favorite challenges, I think. Where things look way more difficult than they actually are, where you have that, oh, I can't believe they want me to do this, kind of a reaction to it. Yeah, let me know if this is too loud, anyhow. Thank you, Kirby. I'm actually doing okay with the sprite work on this. It was more of the... I'm taking a game that already exists and reverse engineering it to meet my needs. Arrgh! Could not get the jumping going on. But spriting, I'm okay with spriting. They track me. I see. Anything down here? Nope, just pain and boulders and pain. So, these are not terrible remixes. Music is pretty decent, to be honest. Instrument set is hugely important, because we all know these are composed well. Let's see. Whoa! Can I not get high enough? You know, if I can... There we go. Yeah, I agree, for a one-person deal. Not too shabby. Could stand to have fewer hard hats just, you know, sitting around doing their thing. Just standing there in a boring, flat plane. Woohoo! So more of this shoot and then fall and then shoot and then fall. Ow. Not paying attention. Reading chat. And again. Yeah, Sheepman totally got an award from Game Cola. And these boulders are fine. Switch them up just a little bit, because we had the initial. Oh, I see. They're falling boulders at first. Now you can start playing. Now you can start playing with them and having some fun. All right. Whee! So, oh, that's what I was saying. So, or starting to think about saying, but didn't actually say. Let's not do that again. Mega Man fan games. If you, or anyone you know, is making a Mega Man fan game, I would request, pretty please, to show a little bit of polish in the surroundings of your game. So what I mean by that is make sure that you have a custom icon for your game so that it's not just a big red dot. Make sure that you have a custom loading screen so it doesn't just say Game Maker. And I know Make a Good Mega Man level had one originally, but got cut for some reason. So that's not just a sideways jab at you, Pyro. But in general, that little extra touch of here's a sample of the game that you're about to play can really get people geared up for it. I've seen some fun ones. Unfortunately, don't get to showcase them much here because I'm still getting stuff set up as the loading bar is running. Make sure that your game... This is a big one. Make sure that your game has a proper title on the title screen. I cannot tell you how many fan games I'm starting to see that have something to the effect of Mega Man as the name of the game on the title screen. Now we're doing something interesting. That was clever. I like that. It was mean, but clever. So actually, on your title screen, give your game a proper name, and have somebody else look at it to make sure that it's spell-checked properly and formatted reasonably. I was afraid that might happen. Because if we can't identify what the Fangame even is when we're playing it, that's a problem. So just little touches of polish go a long way. I need to stop doing that. This game really wants me to take it slowly and stick to the walls. Where are we going to go now? Prison Tower, Crystal Caverns, Space Station, Volcano Lab, Midnight Forest, Submarine Base, or Cyber Labyrinth. I'm going to save just because it's like, why not? I can't tell if it's a sarcastic good at video games or not, Joe. My level of competency seems to fluctuate depending on what game it is, how late it is, how many snacks I've had in advance. Death counter, oh, very nice. No, and I totally get that, Pyro. I know the transparency didn't work. Understand. Art's cool. I like art. Oh, to turn down the music, it's still loud? The music is still loud? I'm at like 18%. There's not that much less I can bring it down, and my volume's... I mean, I can bump up my volume, and you can readjust for comparison. I don't know. Okay, so where are we going? Where are we going? Spizen? Spizen? What kind? I see 2 spaces. Let's go to space. Oh, is that what it is? Space plus prison equals Spizen? Saberwolf. Saberwolf? Couldn't quite read it. Whoop! More hard hats. Don't fall into that trap of overusing the same enemy over and over. Even if it's a good enemy that we don't like. I wonder how many enemies are intentionally iconic. Like they wanted to be, you know, sort of how, you know, like Gutsman just keeps coming back, and so he's sort of an iconic Mega Man boss. But I wonder how many aren't intentionally iconic. Like nobody said, hey, I really want to make this our mascot, and it was just because the enemy was so overused that it ended up being so iconic. Like, the developers just didn't show restraint, and now they're a staple. How about those Mets, huh? Yeah, Susie's are another one that a little bit goes a long way. Because unless you're doing something really interesting with the architecture of the room that affects how they move, or your ability to move past them, it's just stand and wait until they're all destroyed. Oh, what do we call it when Homer hits a home run? A homer homer? More of you? Why are there more of you? I've had more than my necessary daily intake. Whee! You know, it would be a fun contest that just, maybe not fun, maybe only in my head, but to take existing Mega Man Robot Masters and change like one letter in their names, or like 2 letters, or, you know, a sound, something like that, and make them into totally different Robot Masters. Like, I'm listening to the music and I'm thinking, Starchman would be fun. Whoa. More of this. Once again, totally fine if you use the same challenges, just do something different with it every time. Or at least do the same thing until you're positive that the player has practiced it well enough to know what they're doing, then start switching it up. I like the background there, the different layers. That's sort of little floaty sparkle stars. It's neat stuff. Woohoo! 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 Fortunately, the jumping here is high enough. I can get past those spikes, no problem. Curious, now that it's been out for a little while and people have actually played it. Number 1, any opinions on Mighty Number 9? Okay, and this is annoying, but it's a good change. Any opinions on Mighty Number 9 now that some people have played it? And is there any kind of strong interest for me to play it on stream? I was never really interested in the game to begin with. I'm gonna... No, okay, I will jump this way wildly. but if there is serious interest, I might pick it up at some point, like when the price drops, and play it on stream. Otherwise, I'll just leave everybody else to it. We've got like 4 enemies in this game. Ow! Tag. Oh, fair, man. Oh, I like it. Oh, is that health? That looked like weapon energy. Wonder if I have a converter or something. Yep, no, they're just stand here and shoot it. Clang. Bop man. I like that. Let's see what. Whoa! Ah! That is a particularly. So, I think I'm so unaccustomed to the challenges actually being challenging that I didn't know what to do there. Ah! There we go. Good. Glad that you retained your invincibility. You could just sit there. That's fine by me. Whoa! I mean, Joe, Jeff was talking about doing a, like a Mighty No. 9 co-op something or other with me at some point. But, again, I sort of lost interest in the game. But if there's a huge demand for it, we're doing a group thing, like a Game Cola thing. Like, if he's leading it, I'd gladly go in on the commentary. That's the game. Don't know what's going on with the... Okay, now we're starting to get interesting, and you know what's funny? Is that at the very point where the game's starting to get some interesting challenges now, I'm getting bored with it.
Oh, is this you, Axel? I was hoping to face Zero with his Z-Saber.
What? I'm not good enough for you?
Yeah, that's it, sorry.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's aim the right direction, shall we? Whoa! Are you just gonna keep doing that? Okay. Trying to find a good, like, safe angle. That works okay enough. Ah! Could not get myself moving in time. Those health bars take up a surprising amount of room. Where I should be able to look. I guess that this is going to be a long, boring fight. That's one of the things that bugs me about the, like, mid-late X games, where they ramped up the boss health to ridiculous levels. I'm of the mindset that I would rather have a challenge that's short but very difficult, rather than a challenge that's a moderate difficulty, but just takes forever to do. That's sort of the problem I'm having with Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze, is that the bosses have decent patterns, but they all feel like final bosses, compared with the kinds of bosses you used to have in the Super Nintendo Donkey Kong Country games. That they take so many hits, they've got so many phases, and that really sucks the fun out of it for me. Oh, interesting, okay. I guess I can, pop it a little... Ow. A little bit higher. And I wish this were, a little more accurate. You just stand there, that's totally fine. That would be wonderful. I can just stand here and hold the button and I can think and talk at the same time. Yeah, okay. Hibbity hobbity hoo. Something or other. Yes. Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought. Whatever. This is obscene. Look at the amount of... Oh, that's what I was thinking. It would be nice if, instead of going directly in one of a set number of straight lines, if your bullets, you could sort of do a scatter shot with them by wiggling back and forth between two directions. Because then I'd at least be able to get in a side hit. Oh, yeah, that took way too long.
That wasn't too bad.
No, it was awful. No, it wasn't awful. It was just way too much help. Where are we going? Cyber Labyrinth, Desert Valley we went to, Submarine Base, Midnight Forest, Volcano Lab, Space Station we went to, Crystal Caverns, Prison Tower. Just on the off chance that we, you know, need to come back to this game for whatever reason. Crystal, you say? I'll go to Crystal. 20XX. No, I've seen it played a little bit, and it looked interesting enough. Oh, wonderful music selection. This is, again, love the ZX tunes. Here we go. Now we're getting into some interesting stuff. Ah, that's right, you have the same angles I do. Sneaky. Whoop. Also sneaky, put one at the end of the pit. Yeah, so this is well designed so far. I'm digging this. Water. Let's see how this affects my physics. Not too much. Boing! Find a safe spot and then take a second to get caught up on chat. This looks safe. And if it's not, I'll just shoot in every direction. Okay, well, whatever. I don't... Oh, you need my attention. But you there over there, I can do without you. Ah, woohoo! Woohoo! Wooha! Whee! Ah, more of you! 1 stage is fine, 2 is okay, 3 is pushing it. This is good too, because we've got a level architecture that's actually interesting. That we're going in different directions. We're changing directions part of the way through. This is important. It's okay if there's like a stage where the whole idea is to just go in a straight line, or if it's mostly a vertical climb. But in general, you gotta do some twists and turns, even if it's not in the overall shape of the level, but just the patterns that you need to move through within the little bits of architecture. So important. A mix of open spaces and tight corridors, twisty little passages, open, you know, big, regular, normal type shapes. Pop. Oh, I like how the music kind of just slowed down suddenly. I wonder if the whole game is slowing down now. Or if that's just intentionally part of it. Boing. Boing. Ow! Whoop! Ah, shooting the dirt like it's my job. Probably is. It's like Axel. You're not really a maverick hunter, you're just here to shoot dirt, and occasionally you miss and hit the bad guys. Ooh, sneak. And I didn't want it. Didn't want a deal. Those look like sneaky spikes. I think we might have sneaky spikes. Oh, we definitely have sneaky spikes. I was too busy looking at the ones on the bottom. Alright, where are we trying next? Prison Tower, Crystal Caverns we just went to, Volcano Lab, Midnight Forest, Submarine Base, Cyber Labyrinth. I don't even know what I'm saving anymore. Saving my sanity. Cyber Labyrinth. And then ready your picks for next time, so we can speed this up just a little bit, because we can probably tell when I'm about to game over. Ow. That knockback is ridiculous. 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 Okay, let's try this again. I'm competing with Jeopardy and Mega Man Endless? Oh man. Nobody is going to be watching this stream. Another great tune from the people who furnished you with the soundtrack of Mega Man ZX. This is good. Have some vertical platforming going on here. Whoa. Ow. Ow. Temple order. Curious. What? Oh! Hi, I'm colorblind, so when you have a crazy moving background like that that's green, and a red that's pretty similar shade... Oh, this hurts. This also hurts needing to redo this. I just want to float. Why didn't you tell me there were spikes there? Let's pick a stage that isn't awful. Yes, the level design is a little flat for an X game. Well, that's the thing. X is all about mobility. That's where the level geography is especially important, and also enemies that come at you from different angles have different attack patterns. That's important in any game, but especially X, because the key is that you're dodging so much, that you're moving around so much, and getting into all sorts of... And your weapon arsenal is so large when you take into account being able to charge your weapons, that you should be able to hit basically anything anywhere. Eagle, Storm Eagle? I can't even tell. Prison Tower? That looks like Storm Eagle enough. Oh, that's okay. My color blindness is usually more of a party trick than anything. It's like, hey, guess what I can't see? Haha! Wait, that looks like a ladder, but I can't climb it. I'm pretty sure that's the same graphic that was used for the ladder before. What? All that effort to not get hit, and what did I do? I got hit. And you know, for all the stages to use this in, Prison Tower just doesn't sound like the right place for this. Just trying to jump over you. Oh, did not even realize there was an enemy there. I just happened to start shooting something to slow my descent. What? Way to give me a little bit of heads up of what that was, guys. Guy, or whatever. Yeah, not cool. Now that I know what it is, that's fine. I totally want that to be a ladder. Whoa! Ow. Ow. Oh, why did you multiply? So now we have some legitimate flat platforming going on there. Wah. I'm playing as Axel because he's got he's got like the one ability. Unfortunately, I don't... Did I not... Hang on, give me a second. I'm going to see if I can find a button that switches weapons, because I really should have a different weapon, I would think. I'm going to play with things for a minute that you're not going to want me to. Yeah. Yep, pretty sure I don't have a way to switch weapons. I would totally use special weapons. That is a shame. Or maybe it's a sham. Ow! I went into spikes before and that... Well, whatever. Whatever. Hang on, have you been seeing... Oh man, have you just been seeing my background? Oh, that's why, because I set it to the wrong thing. I forgot that this is where we were. Sorry! Okay, yeah. I'll just move us along here. Volcano Lab, here we go. No. I mean, as far as characters go, to play as, X is my first pick. Just general character, Zero's my first pick, like personality. But Axel offers some interesting gameplay mechanics that are unique for the series. Something different! If there is a way to use special weapons and I haven't found it, I'm sorry. I really do try to map all of the buttons and, you know, test everything out before I go playing these games, but not everything has an instruction manual. Oh, that's the other thing. If you're making a fan game, please, 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 make it accessible to other people. Make it so that people can find it, so upload it to multiple different sites, so if the download link goes out one place, you can still get it somewhere else. Have a home page for it, like your own personal home page that you have control over, not just sticking it on Yo-Yo Games and maybe it disappears. Like, if you care enough to actually... If it's just some little random side project, okay, fine. But if you're at all invested in your fan game, which hopefully you are, unless you're just doing it for the practice, you know, take a little pride in your work. And I think it's also good to get people to stream it, record playthroughs of it for YouTube, blog about it, review it, like really get that publicity out. Again, if you care about your product, I'm finding more and more how difficult it is to program games. You know, it's a work of love. It takes forever to do some of this stuff. It can be very difficult. You know, don't just let it evaporate in some corner of the internet that nobody's looking at. Celebrate. That's your public service announcement for the night. And your other one is don't stand around and get hit. More of you! If I had any room to maneuver, I'd just probably start racing through them, but it's just as fast to do this. No! I realized just as I was doing that. I'm not actually sure if I could even see the spikes in advance. If I could, that's totally fine. Now, if I couldn't see those spikes, then that's just mean. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Had that timing down well enough before. That was close. Okay. Yeah, bye-bye. I was really pleased. I came across a fan game, I Want to Be the Rock Man, and they had an entire website just set up, and it wasn't even like a plain old .com, it was a Weebly domain. It was like iwannabetherockman.weebly.com or something like that, which is the one that I use for my personal website, nathanielhoover.weebly.com, and it was just a website for that game. Like, didn't need to go all out, didn't need to, you know, pay for a domain or anything, that just have a place where it's searchable. Hey. Okay, take a breath, take a breath. Hello, Grava. Yes, I am programming something. I'll talk little more about it. As I make more progress in it, and am more and more convinced that it will actually be able to see the light of day and not just be a terrible train wreck. Midnight Forest, off we go. But I am working on a small Mega Man fan game. based on the same engine of Make a Good Mega Man level. Kind of standing on the shoulders of giants and looking at what other people have programmed and tear it apart for my purposes. Wow, what was I doing? And kind of figure out, because I know I don't have the patience or the time or the long-term devotion to want to devote an entire, months or years, however long, to learning Game Maker from the ground up. But having done enough work with Game Maker when doing Mega Man Endless and doing Make a Good Mega Man level. Oh boy, tricky, tricky, tricky. A little too tricky if you ask me. Whoa, that was distracting. I know that I've got the ability to at least hack apart stuff in Game Maker. And I'm pretty good at teaching myself, figuring things out as I go. So I'm sort of looking at, here's all of the elements that I already need for this little idea I have, which is basically just a glorified level, 2-3 levels tops, with a story attached to it. Just an intro cutscene and a closing cutscene. So it's basically just another level that I'm making, and then figuring out how to throw in the 1 or 2 new elements that I want to include. So, anyways, more details on that. I can tell you that Proto Man is your playable character. And that is all. I don't know about Master Hacker. Master Slacker, maybe. I'm gonna DDoS? I don't know what that means. I'm clueless. Not digging this music remix as much. Kind of want to figure out what that does. Oh, that's power up. I thought it was a throwback to X2 and the platforms in Magna Centipede stage that fall down and have the have the little light on their head. What? Oh yeah, and now I can't even really see them, and I can't even press the jump button. That's really sad. So, here's the thing, Pyro. I actually didn't set... I figured I could probably set the costume variable. But couldn't exactly figure out how to do it. But I needed to do all new sprites anyhow, so I figured I'd just overwrite Mega Man, which was by default, instead of fiddling around for what variable and what specific line of code actually made it be the Proto Man costume always. But that worked out okay, because in the process of doing that, I'm learning more about what some of the different things are that are available to me, what some of the different variables are, how things are programmed, how the whole dev kit works. And I'm also amused, Pyro, because I have seen a great many things, little sort of in-jokes for yourself that you've programmed in there, that have been a fun source of amusement for me. Pyro has a butt object. It's called butt. Highly professional. Snarky comments about some of the objects, and a wonderful variable that was something to the effect of, don't even look at this variable, I don't even know why you're looking at this, it's just a test variable, stop reading this, it's too long already, something to that effect. Equals true. I do that too when I'm working on some projects, any kind of project really, not just, like gaming stuff. I'll write little side comments to entertain myself, but I really wish I could get up there instead. Okay. Well, we somehow made it through that. That would have been truly tragic. Let's go up and out. Reading chat instead of dodging. Shame on me. More of you! I thought we were done with you! That's okay. Ouch. Well, this would be a nice place to have a special weapon. I guess I can make do with my awesomeness. Ha 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 ha! Oh boy. So again, this is just kind of filling the need for a platformer. It's not overwhelmingly fun, it's not terrible, it's just sort of there. And it's only because I'm making so much progress that I'm really sticking with this at all. I think it's got promise if you... because the core game mechanics are fine. Like, the jumping is responsive enough. Ugh, I haven't seen Mega Man or Zero in action, but Axel handles well enough that I think if you sharpen the level design, maybe the boss battles take a little less time. Woo. But there's some potential here. Whoa. Yeah, you're right, this level is kind of going on a long time. What it is with this level. Did we turn the music down so much now that we can't even hear it, or are you still hearing the little So another recommendation for fan games, consistent level lengths. And actually any game, but, you know, particularly fan games suffer from this. Pick a general length, and try and make it consistent with the official Mega Man games so you don't have situations where you're just going on and on and on and on. Like, a level is fine, but not like every level. But especially the Robot Master stages, pick a length and stick to that within a couple of screens. Like, this is just mean. See you, Snake Man. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, this music does not work with all of the complex percussion and fun stuff that it has in the original version. Well, okay. We're at the point now where we've just completely forgotten about... Yeah, that's fine. Did we miss anywhere? Submarine base! How could we miss submarine base?
Ready?
Well, I guess you can do fun. I want to fall down the periscope, though. That would be entertaining. So that's something different. That's okay. But yeah, you again with the you. Yeah, I'm starting to lose steam with this game. I'm gonna... I would normally be all over playing this kind of level through to the end, because I enjoy my, my water stages, but... Yeah, this game is overstaying its welcome. Yep, I think that's about fine.
Ready?
No! Alright, and for the last... Nope, second to last game, because the last one is actually just, like... a level. I'm going to fire up another one. Oh, unless I just save that for another time. I could do that too. Depends how long people want to stick around. I'm going to play one that just warms my heart. So let's do, I think, this. Stretch it out a little bit more. Hello, looming hovercat. My wife is waving at you. This one is called Remember to Switch Your Joy to Key configuration to the game you're actually playing. It's my favorite game. Play it all the time. This one is called Mega Man Atari. So, pick a stage, folks. Cut Man, Elecman, Fireman, Bomb Man, Iceman, Gutsman. This is an adaptation of the original Mega Man as though it were for the Atari 2600. And this warms my heart because, Cutman, you say? Cutman it is. Because I grew up with an Atari 2600. My grandparents had it at their place, and we'd, oh, this is awesome. We'd unplug the Nintendo and bring it down with us when we came to visit, but we'd also play the Atari 2600 that was on hand there the whole time. Ouch. And so I got into, you know, classic Pac-Man and Frogger, played Demons to Diamonds, Indiana Jones. Ouch. Played a whole bunch of different games, and just the simple graphics, the almost non-existent like sound effects, the sudden screen transitions. I like old games because of the simplicity, that it's just focused on the gameplay. I mean, there's some games that are a little too simple for their own good, that don't really have much going. But, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like the original Mega Man so much, because it is pure platforming. It doesn't get lost in the graphics, it doesn't get lost in the music, it doesn't try too hard to have a story. It's just, here's a challenge, get better at it, and it's fair, but it's hard as nails. So, and I enjoy the nostalgia, the simplicity here. And also the, what actually am I looking at factor here. You kind of have to guess. This is just so, this is so simple, this is so clever, it just makes me happy. What else? Combat! I used to play Combat for the Atari, which was fun. It's a game I used to play with my father, and I think occasionally my sister, where you each take control of a tank or a helicopter. I liked some sort of vehicle, and you'd fly around shooting at each other. Very simple, but very good. Oh, those are spikes. Those don't look particularly pointy. Oh, wait a second. I can turn up the volume on this. Let me know if the volume is an acceptable volume. Actually, I can probably turn it up even more. Let me know if the volume is an acceptable volume now, and then I can always fix it and bring it back. Can I go this way? Oh, there are things that I didn't even see. Haunted House. I really liked Haunted House, so I'm not big into horror games, and you would think, like, an Atari game with graphics like this, how could that possibly... I don't have the right weapon. How could that possibly be scary? But honestly, the Haunted House for the Atari 2600 is one of the scariest games I've ever played, because it's so minimalistic that it's pure imagination of what's actually going on in the game. That you are a pair of eyeballs, and if you have a candle, you light up so you've got this flickering orange-red glow around you. And if your candle gets blown out, you're in trouble. And you've got little creepy spiders running around and ghosts and stuff coming out of nowhere, and I seem to recall the house is randomized, so, at least to a certain extent. Those are spikes! Oh, wish those were just a little more pronounced. Oh, back here, boo. But yeah, seriously, one of the scariest games I've ever played, because it's so minimalistic that it lets your imagination run wild with what's really happening there. And the sound effects too, that seals it. Getting too sloppy, getting too lazy. Not able to miss. Oh, I love that sound effect. Let's see, what else did I play? Oh, Pac-Man. There was a port of Pac-Man for the Atari 2600, which was not terribly good, but it was interesting. And I'm liking the way that this game is switching up the different, the level architecture a little bit. So it's not just a straight port of Mega Man 1 with this simple graphical style. There's actually something to it. Yeah, depending on how long this goes, I might not actually get to our fourth game, and save that for another time. Because normally I only do 3 on these streams, but with the sheer number of new fan games I've discovered, either I'm just going to be doing this forever. Ow. Oh, I was not paying attention. It's alright. Stage select. Pick another stage. We did Cutman. Try somewhere else. Catching up on chat, and I've lost my train of thought, so whatever. Oh, the creepy game? It's called Haunted House for the Atari 2600. Comes recommended. And maybe I've played it up too much, but just as a kid, it was creepy. And it's still kind of creepy now. Where are we going to go? Elecman! Sure, let's send me to Elecman next. See you roll along. Thanks for joining. Oh yeah, this is absolutely way more complicated than the actual. I kind of didn't want to do that. Yeah, way more complicated than your actual Atari would have. Let's see, what else? What else? Oh no, now I'm starting to think of my Apple IIe games because I had, in the same vein of simple graphics, all about the gameplay. I had an Atari 2600 at my grandparents' house, and, whoa, hey, that's cool. It's an interesting way of doing them, and it looks like they keep respawning. Ow! Move, move, move! These are harder, for me anyhow, than they are in the original game. Feel more tense. You know, in the original game, you kind of get into a groove with them, but here... Oh, right, you don't start speeding back and forth. You just keep constant speed. Yeah, so thinking about the Atari 2600, I also had an Apple IIe computer with the likes of Word Munchers, Microzine 17, which most people wouldn't have heard of, sort of a nice little sampler platter of different semi-educational games, learning how to program BASIC and trying to get an alien back home and stuff like that. Oh, I also had E.T. on the subject of getting aliens home. Are you a Sniper Joe? You look like an escaped convict. So yeah, some fun games there. That feels like a trap. Odell Lake. Really liked Odell Lake. It had a bunch of different fish. And definitely another learning-oriented game where you get a feel for, life in this environment, what kinds of different things the fish eat, and then what the, I was going to say the chain of command is, what the food chain is there. Which, I guess, kind of helped develop my Mega Man skill eventually, because, you know, at a certain point I'm like, well, the chub is not going to eat the white fish, so I ought to go eat my algae and run away and find a bigger fish to eat that white fish. Kind of rambling now. I like waxing nostalgic about old video games. I don't get to do it. Like, nobody else that I've talked with ever brings up, oh, those are spikes, are they? Never brings up Atari, never brings up Apple IIe in conversation. It just doesn't happen. I played Jungle Hunt, another one for the Apple IIe. Basic platforming, but just, I cut my teeth on a lot of good, simple, but challenging games early in my gaming career. I think that's one of the things that modern gamers are kind of missing, is that simplicity, that all of the things that the rest of us grew up on are kind of incorporated into the games that we're playing now, and there's so many layers, there's so much complexity. Ow. Where am I want to go? Tricky. That you don't necessarily get good at the really basic stuff, you just get good at individual games and what they do. Kid Picks! Yeah, I did that for a little while. That was fun. Oh, good night, Green Comet. Whoa! Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if you heard my wife over in the corner there. Do mobile games have a corresponding level of simplicity? And actually, that's an excellent point. I think, yes, they do. Because there's only so much that you can do with mobile games now. And I think because some of them are just cranked out, and some of them are just cheap knockoffs of games that already exist, that are, you know, the Snakes of the world, that, yeah, pick a stage, folks. Mobile games could definitely be sort of that equivalent for the modern generation. So, okay, I amend my statement. Cool. Where do we go? Yay! Yeah, now I have a special weapon, so we'll see how that plays out. Iceman! I always liked Iceman. He was always one of my... Well, Iceman and Fireman are my favorites from the original Mega Man. So, let's see... This is like... This is very nice, is what this is like. Oh, and interesting, it looks like we have the energy balancer. Yeah, I think we might just play this one and leave the other one, unless... I mean, it depends on what time. But I might just stop on this fan game, because this is really... I'm really enjoying this, and it would be a serious bummer if I tried the other game that I have on the list, and it just ends up being not that good, and that would be a sad way to end. Ow. The super flow... Oh no, I didn't yet. So, oh man, I have got a couple of gems for you. If you check out the video description for this on YouTube, when it goes to YouTube, I will have a link to my Mega Man fan game tracker. Nice. These aren't really disappearing bricks. That makes me feel good. But we've kept it interesting by having the floating penguins being annoying. Spikes! Those are spikes. So yeah, my Mega Man fan game tracker, which you can also find if you go to my YouTube channel Flashman85 Live and check out the About page. This is how they should operate, thank you. And they're not shooting at me, they've got a set pattern. I wouldn't mind if they wiggled around all over the place as long as it was a set pattern and you didn't need to wait indefinitely for them to come back and still dodge. Music is a bit loud, you say? We've just bumped it down a little bit. This is a good adaptation. I'm okay with this. Almost didn't make it onto that one. I might switch to this. This is probably safer because it's got a little bit more of a range. Vertical range, that is. Whew! So that was challenging, that was tense, but it wasn't overly difficult. That was really good. I am so pleased with this. This is so nice. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oops. Let me save some of that for the boss, assuming I make it. Hello, Mark and Austin. Didn't see you there before. Fun. Yeah. Whoa! Okay, I cannot just stand under there. No. Well, not my best effort, but still did it, and that's what counts. Did I miss the magnet beam? Oh. Maybe. Where now? We tried Cutman, didn't get too far. Gutsman, Bombman, Fireman. I'm doing okay enough on this, and I'm enjoying this enough. If I can get through the others, I might go back and just try and wrap this up. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo. Pick a stage! Guts, thank you! Yes. Wow, this is actually a little ugly even for Atari. Okay, still hurts a little bit. But these are going to be a little too slow for my taste. Sneaky. close. Still not entirely sure about the timing here. Good enough. Let's try ice. Nice. This is nice. That's not so nice. Good. Good. Yeah, we do recognize that it's Gutsman. True. This is important. Ow! I was hoping to be able to rapid fire that a little more rapidly, and it turns out I could not. Oh, duh. This is why we have Iceman's weapon. Prince Edward Island. This game requires muscles, apparently. I don't know how obscure that was, but we'll go with it. Woohoo! No, 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 no. Yay, an extra lift! It's good, a little different. Immediate danger, even though bottomless pit is just as hazardous. And I like that little touch of being able to go through the bottom of the menu screen and come back up to the top instead of going all the way up and all the way down. Yeah, I know! I'm impressed! They're using the guts lifts! Whoa! And in a sneaky way, I'm gonna need to do some serious platforming here. That's great. This is called keeping the game fresh, Renhoek. I'm totally digging these changed areas. Gutsman stage is really, really short, and it ramps up the difficulty so quickly that... Oh, no! Sneaky! I don't know that I want to go back here. But, given that this is the original Mega Man, infinite lives! The tellies and the spike jumps. Whoop. Zonk. Boop. I think it's to get you into the feel of this is what this stage is, so that it doesn't feel like it's totally out of nowhere, that they sort of warm you up to it with familiar looking, because if not, this would just be a sort of a mess of what on earth am I looking at, what is this game? But because it faithfully follows the first couple screens of any given stage that you go to, and then starts to switch it up, you have a chance to get into the groove of, okay, this is the original Mega Man. Oh, I don't know why I kept trying to jump. That was just silly. I kept hitting the jump button, which is just not good for my health. Really don't know what I was trying to accomplish there. But yeah, so it sort of eases you into the concept of the game before making it its own. I like it. I still have a soft spot for the original Mega Man. It's still my second favorite Mega Man game next to 4. So I will defend the level design. But yes, it is a product of its time. There are some things that are too difficult for their own good. Yes! Not quite sure how you're supposed to do that without getting hit, unless you need to ride the platform a little bit more before... Well... Run! No! Oh! Oh! I hope there's a checkpoint, because... Oh, really? Okay, maybe I won't play this all the way through, and we'll still sample that other game. That's a little mean, because there hasn't been any kind of prep for that. It's just sort of out of nowhere that all of a sudden you need to dodge in the right direction. Ow. I don't even know how many lives I have. 4 lives? Heavens to Murgatroyd. Oh, well, because I keep collecting them, that's why. Yay! Alright, we'll do this right this time. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, and now we hold left. Good. Good. That worked. I thought he was actually going to get off a shot, so that's... Ah! He did anyhow. I don't really have anything good against you. You know, you just keep doing that. I like those. They're kind of bulbous and funny. Okay. We don't have the right weapons, so... Whoa! Okay, I do get knocked down, so that's retained. Whoa! Lay off, man. Out of curiosity. Okay, well they do something. Oh! I'm surprised that I jumped over that. That's exciting. Get out of the way! So he is officially harder than the official Gutsman. Or maybe it's just that I haven't gotten into his pattern yet. I guess because I was fighting him the same way as original Gutsman, he was more difficult than if I had taken him at face value and said, how do I figure out this boss? So, Fireman or Bomb Man? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Fireman! Good. Okay, and now I've got... Well, Guts isn't going to do anything at the moment. I find it interesting that if you listen closely, Cutman and Fireman have very similar themes. And, like in Mega Man 1, the special weapons are useful. The problem is, I don't really have a good selection because everything I have is just shoot straight ahead at the moment. Thunder Beam doesn't have the little added benefit of the up and down, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay, well, now you made me use it. Now I'm going to need to go get it. What? Okay, fine. Be that way. What was that for a dodge? No! No! The flames, they burn. Okay, so the lesson is just stand still. Well, that was nice that they just stand still. They recovered enough health. I want to see. Yep, okay, good. It's solid still. So this is very much a reuse of Fireman's stage. There's really not that much that's too different here. Which is okay, because I think that, you know, this could also be a statement that the original stage was fine, I don't want to mess with it too much, but maybe the creator is fiddling with the other stages that they felt could use a little bit of a boost. Wow, platforms that are reasonable, or fire, whatever these are, that are reasonable to run past. That's so much nicer. Yeah, I think that was just ruined by frequency, unfortunately. Ah! Should have waited. Should have waited. Nope, did not do Mega Man Endless yet, so I might need to... trying to figure out how I want to do that, because we're talking about all sorts of collaborations and stuff. Part of me wants to just go ahead and stream the game and then worry about collaborating. I'm talking about possibly live streaming the raw submitted levels for Mega Man Endless, which, if you're not familiar with it, is a contest that Blyka, who's created one or two of the fan games that we've seen on stream here, was running on SpriteSync and Talk House and Rockman Perfect Memories, I think, and basically submit some level segments, and he's making an Endless Attack style video game. And there was talk of me live streaming the game when it came out, which apparently happened during this stream. And maybe getting in some people for co-commentary, like some of the other developers. And I was thinking that, you know, if we stream the raw submitted levels that people gave, that could be interesting. I'll keep this moving. I'll try the. I have been enjoying this. This has been fun. But we'll move on, and we'll see the other level. How do I get so many lives? Game saved! I will save game. And off to Bomb Man. But yeah, so I think maybe save all of the tricky coordination for the spin-off streams, as they were, and just do... oh my! Just do the regular game as usual. And maybe see if I can just get Blyka on board for that, for co-commentary. Ow. Yeah. You know, thinking about it too, there might have been that extra stuff in Gutsman stage to make it as long as the other levels. As though the developer were listening to my commentary about important things to do with your fan games. I kind of wanted quick beams to come out of there. Just quick man lasers to go meow. This is Mega Man Atari that we are playing right now. Ow. Ow. I should know better than that now. Yeah, so Gutsman still has the same function. It doesn't summon boulders or anything. It does nothing. Still like that sound effect. Yeah, so what I might end up doing is stream Mega Man Endless. Maybe I don't know. I'll see. I'll see where the message board, where the thread on SpriteSync is at right now, because there was so much talking about different things. You were just waiting for me to show up. What I probably should have done was frozen it. Oh, the link's dead already? Wow, okay. I will just need to upload it to my Dropbox so that you can still get it somewhere. Well, that was silly. I know better than that. So there's the what am I looking at factor for the Atari, and then there's the this isn't actually anything factor. And I think that's kind of where we are with Bomb Man. That this really does straddle the line between, you know, trying to look authentic, even though I would argue that there's a little more fine detail here than you would find on the Atari. Well, there definitely is, but... Oh, okay. Hooray. Good. That works. Yeah, I was having weird stuff happen with some of the game links, so yeah, just let me know if any of the links don't work. I think that's a good place to stop it. I might come back. That might be an interesting Fangame sampler live stream, is come back to all the games that I saved or had a password for. I think we'll switch... Yeah, there's still time. We'll do our last game for the evening. And that game would be... What is the name of it? Aha! This one is the name of it. I will let this load. Give it a second. Oh, yeah. Whoa, come back. Yeah, some of the links on those, I think it was a Chinese site, had, like, you need to download an installer. There is a download link. It's a white button in the top right corner of the page where you can download without downloading an installer for some of the games there, but I don't know if they switch stuff around. So anyhow, Mega Man 9000, which is a game with some pretty good... oh, let's also, hang on, set this to the right joy-to-key controls. Mega Man 9000... Go. Okay. Press start. Where do we want to go first? Ow. So we have Blood Man, Rope Man, Scythe Man, Scythe. I never know how to pronounce that right. I change it every time. Meow Man? Neon Man. He's Neon Man. Fountain Man, Gold Man, Her Man, and Glass Man. How many fan games have to have a Glass Man? This is 3 now that I know of. Okay. Scythe Man. No. Herman. No, guess we're not going there. We're going to Glass Man. We're not going to Glass Man. Blood Man. Rope. Neon. Fountain. Well, thanks for playing Mega Man 9000. This was Gold Man. So it looks like this one's not very far along. It looks like this one just broke. Oh, good. I was concerned for a second there. Alright. So... Well, that was interesting. So I can't slide. Cannot charge. There's no pause feature that I was able to locate, so... Yeah, this really is just like a demo. Ah, those stars floating in the background were confusing me with the stuff that was going on. So yeah, my original plan was to only play finished fan games. But this has sort of become an ongoing, like, curation project, a sort of museum of fan efforts across the entire internet. I have gotten so many. Ah, that's what's going on here, okay. Ow. Are there spikes? No, it's just... but I've had so many people start to recommend fan games and say, hey, you should really put this on the list, and so this fan game tracker that I was talking about before has kind of become a repository of Mega Man fan games and links to download them and find them all over the internet. I get the feeling I'm going to need that, so let's go up here. Stop getting shunted off to the side. Boo! And I need to go do this all over again. No, that's not what I meant. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. So I guess I'm kind of okay with being the keeper of the fan games. But it's been a lot more effort to keep the list in good repair and to include as much as possible while not including every single thing, because there are some things that I don't count for my list. I've got a whole big long explanation that I wrote up on the top of the fan game tracker. And so anyways, long story, boring, rambly story short, I have started to include games that are not finished, that were abandoned, or that are just demos in progress. And so this is one of them. Yeah, this is just a little annoying. I don't think I would mind it as much, but the stuff in the background is distracting enough that I can't get a good initial handle on how these work. Another one of those stand and jump, then wait, stand and jump, then wait kind of enemies that we've seen so many times this evening. Checkpoint, please. Like, what was I supposed to do there? Ah! Okay, we might quit this stage prematurely. I am hoping that there's another checkpoint before too long. I don't want to be a whiny baby about it, but the difficult, you know what? It's not the difficulty. It's that the learning curve ramped up so quickly that I feel like I need a checkpoint to breathe and adapt to all of the new stuff that's going on here. Oh, I like the background. It's just, ugh. There's just a lot going on while I'm still trying to learn something. Like that is a perfectly fair hit, but there's not quite enough practice, so I really get it in my head of you need to keep running as soon as you dismount from this thing. That I just keep getting hit, and it's like, oh, I got hit, oh, I got hit. And I'm so distracted by everything else that's going on, I'm not able to really focus on. Again. Try that again. I'm okay with the music. It's not... It's there. It feels appropriate. It sounds like the right instrument set for Mega Man. The composition is... You know, it's not as exciting, but it does the job. I think I'd rather have ho-hum Mega Man sounding music than music that's really good but doesn't feel at all like Mega Man. Right, and I was trying to move left that time, that didn't work. Yeah. Yeah, I can't get a handle on that. I just cannot get the hang of it. I still prefer the general design of the lifting platforms and Make a Good Mega Man level contest, even though they're glitchy. If they weren't glitchy, that behavior is exactly what I'd want. I'm also not sure. Run! Just get out! Good, a safe spot. Ooh. Ooh. Ow. So this is an interesting new way to do disappearing bricks. Okay. And it's not like I have anything here. Checkpoint, please. Ooh, jarring screen transitions. More of you? Why are there more of you? Ah. I don't really know how to... There's... Well, good, checkpoint. There's not really enough room to maneuver here. Yeah, okay, I think I'm starting to determine the problem that I have with this, where there's a very specific way where you have to play this. And it involves always moving constantly, which is another thing about Donkey Kong Country Returns that kind of gets to me. Is that so many of the challenges in that game are not sort of the puzzle solving of the original trilogy of Donkey Kong Country games of sit, assess the situation, figure out what you're doing. But it's test your reflexes, how long can you keep moving before the platforms fall out from under you, or you know, run out of energy to do this all in a row. You know what? It didn't even register with me that, like, we're in a boss. There's normally that moment of boss health bar charging up and throwing stuff. Where's your health bar? Oh, there it is. It's where my weapon bar should be. This is not a good boss to fight without weapons. Almost reminds me of one of the Fleaman Knights from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You just keep doing that. I'm kind of tired of fighting you with your proper pattern. Goodbye. Oh. Yeah, and kind of reminiscent of the other boss that I fought in the last game. This is what happens when Dr. Wily didn't make enough robots for you. So, I guess this is the end of our stream. So, it's over, 9,000. And thank you for joining. As usual, I've been Nathaniel Hoover, a.k.a. Flashman85, a.k.a. Gemini Laser. You can find me in 2 places on YouTube. Gemini Laser for my full playthroughs of the official Mega Man games, with lots of practice and commentary and things. Well, I guess there's commentary on everything I do for the most part. And on YouTube also is Flashman85 Live, where you can find all of the archived live streams that I've done, including this one. If you're watching this live right now, it'll be there in a day or two. And you can also find me on Twitter and Facebook. I will try and give as much advance notice as possible when I go to stream. I've also got a website where the Weebly address where I have opinions on all sorts of different Mega Man games, and a blog, links to all of my online projects, a bunch of stuff there. It's worth checking out if you're at all interested in the work I do. And there's just plenty to do and see if you're at all interested in anything you've seen here. So thank you for joining. It was a pleasure to have you, as always. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.